This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Oh, would you trade X in the offseason if another team offers 2 number ones? I personally would not like to trade X. The only issue I have with all of this, and I've talked about this many times already, I guess you haven't heard it yet, Troy. I don't know how bad that knee is. That's really the key. And that, because some fans are like, well, oh, why do you want to get rid of him? No, it's not that I want to get rid of him, but if the knee really isn't that great, and you think he's, going to have some issues down the line, and I'm talking about, 2-3 years from now, not 10 years from now, 2-3 years from now, if you think it's going to be an issue, then yeah, you move his ass. And I want to remind you, the guy in the front office picked Bobby McCain. The guy in the front office found Nick Needham. The guy in the front office went and signed Byron Jones. The guy in the front office drafted X. The guy in the front office, he played better last week, signed Noah, drafted Noah. My point is, the guy in the front office will find you another corner. Okay? But
let me put it to you this way.
If you don't think X is going to be a problem health-wise in the near future, then you don't trade him, because it's hard to find those kind of guys. Okay? And you're not going to pay you don't need to pay him for a while. Well, actually, this is probably his last contract. And by the time that contract expires is when you're going to have to pay all the other young guys that you have now. And then by then, Noah would have already become a guy, we hope, and they'll draft another guy, and then those guys will take over for Jones and X. But if you feel that X's knee is not going to hold up, or you have any rumblings about any domestic issues continuing, then you get the hell off the gravy train right now. And you go get all those picks. You got all the – remember, some of you aren't going to remember, and some of you will not be honest enough, okay, and tell me. But there were people that were panicking about the trade for Tunsil. Oh, no, I know, but it's so hard to find a left tackle. Well, they found one. They found one. They got Austin Jackson, and guess what? They got 2 more picks now. So if you know how to draft, and you know that X is going to have issues down the line, send him off somewhere. Yeah, he'll play great for another year or 2, but then that knee breaks down, and then they've got to carry the salary. Let them do it. They give you picks. You replace him. Remember, if they give you 2 first-rounders, he's a 2nd-rounder.
Let me put it to you hard. If the trainer comes and says, you're going to get 3 years, you're going to get 4, you're going to get 5, what's the number where you say, okay, it's only this, I got to get rid of him? Because if you could get 3 or 4, you're probably talking about him being a part of a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think as long as you can get 3 or more, I'm good.
Okay.
If you think in the next year or 2 that knee is going to explode on you again,
that's where I wanted to squeeze you
and
make you say a number.
Yeah.
If we can get 3, you say keep them.
Yes. 3, I mean, for sure you're convinced that we will get 3 good seasons from, then yeah, because by the time you let him go, there's nothing left on the contract.
Well, and exactly what you just pointed out, I'm going to say this. Remember, the trainers are the ones that said, Drew Brees, blah, don't do that, go Culpepper.
Right.
The trainers don't always know what the hell they're talking about.
Right. Well, no, that was the doctors.
Okay. Right.
Okay, not trainers.
Right.
You don't take the
doctor's advice.
The doctor's advice on all of this.
But if the trainer signs off because they see the day in and day out of the, the demise, the depreciation of a body, more, right? Because of the football, not like a doctor.
His contract runs through 2024. So if you can get 21, 22, and 23 in, then I keep him. Because by the time you let him go in 24, the cap hit and it's 0 dead cap money.
Nice, man.
Okay,
Gotta love Greer for
he's
stuff like
31
that.
in 2024, and there's zero dead cap money if you let him go in 2024. Zero. Okay? It's straight up his salary is what he'll live off of. His base salary is 11.6. His cap hit is 12.2.
How old is he? How old is he?
Right now,
Yeah.
he's 27.
Okay, so you're talking about another 3, 4. So you're
That's
talking
why-
30. So if
that's
the
why I
guy's
wanna
still
get to 30. That's
so
why I
if
wanna
he's
get to
still
30.
kicking butt,
Right.
you probably franchise tag the guy. Because you can't, if he's like I'm saying, if he's still kicking butt,
Well, no,
you
you're
don't
not-
go in for a bunch of 3 or 4.
Dude, you don't have to franchise tag him till 25.
Okay, that's what
He's
what,
under what
but
I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm
is-
saying. If he gets to that where he's 31, 32, but still kicking butt,
right.
you don't go for a 3 or 4 and lock in,
But-
and now you're dealing with a 36-year-old guy. You
Yeah.
probably franchise tag him at that point.
Yes,
correct?
but I doubt you're franchising him also, because then that would be a world of money at the age of 32. He would have to
But
be
dude, if
playing.
he's coming off an 8 interception season,
He's not going to do.
bro, the guy should have 12 right now.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
We're
yeah. But
talking
that's at
X, man.
27, not at 31.
Okay,
with a ton of mileage on him.
Hey,
No.
man.
No. I'm not going to live
He's
in.
not going to have a ton of mileage because people aren't going to be throwing to his side. You know what I mean?
Yes, they are. They're not throwing to the other guy. They're throwing X.
And forget
I
throwing
don't
in the
get that
slot.
one.
Don't throw to need him, right?
At what point do you learn to not throw it at Xavien Howard?
Like wherever he's at, the ball is not to go there,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
That should be the rule.
Yep. So that's I don't have all that information about the health and any of the domestic issues. So I need to know those factors, okay? But I kind of gave you a scenario. If the knee's healthy enough for the next 3 years, I'm good. If you think something's going to happen in the next year or two, and he's going to have more scopes and more cartilage damage and all that stuff, and that means the more cartilage you take out, the more bone on bone, and it just
Once the cartilage goes, that's it, man. It's a downward done.
right. So, and his value right now is like a team is looking at it going, we're an X away from a title. That team's going to give you a lot for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's where, again, I don't know the health part. That's what I need to know in order to really make an intelligent decision on X. Because you don't trade people like this. Okay, this is a game changer. It's just a different monster. But if you're going to trade him, it's because we have all the other information.